Hey everyone, Mick back here again, this time with my March vinyl manifests. Okay, let's see what we've got. First up, The Heartworms, UK post-punk. This album's called Glutton for Punishment. It is their debut album, but they do have some other releases. Highly recommended if you like Susie and the Banshees and maybe a little bit of Slowdive, and I'm talking early Slowdive. Certainly got their own unique sound, and they're nice in her as well, showing the post-punk anger lyrics as well. Do like it on an album, so appreciate that. So that's The Heartworms. Next up is Decius Volume 2. Now this features members of the Fat White family, and what they actually undertake here is it's an album of electronica. Certainly the progressive side of electronica, so you can dance to this, but also it's mainly for home listening. Love the cover art there on the front with the pig, and Decius with the pig on the back. No winners on that one, unfortunately, but you do get the Magnificent Gate, so that kind of makes up for it. Okay, Missing Robert Watt. Okay, how about Richard Dawson? Richard Dawson is a UK folk artist. This time he sort of branches out a little bit more to include a band that includes an organ, which really does remind me of Robert Wyatt a heap. Certainly one of the better new folk artists around, and just to make everything a little bit more sweeter, comes with a nice booklet full of lyrics and thank yous and some overviews in there as well. Love this bit. Isn't this an interesting point in the world at present? No AI was used in the making of this album, and that's definitely the case. You can certainly hear the clarinet by Faye McCallum on this, so appreciated. Okay, speaking of post-punk, this is Squid with Cowards. This is the third Squid album I own. It comes on clear vinyl, it's on Warp. More of their post-punk sound. Comes in this unique plastic bag, which I think is fantastic packaging, but because it's a bit hot where I live, I've got to be a little bit careful, otherwise vinyl cancer will set in. And also, additionally, you do get a nice inner, which is always great. The lyrics are written upside down one way, right side up the other way, so certainly a bit of fun while you're listening to the album. Good stuff, goes without saying. Okay, and another thing I ended up getting was the Mogwai new album, The Bad Fire. Apparently it's old school Glaswegian from hell, and come to think of it, from the few Scottish people I do know, they have used that word, the bad fire. I didn't know what it meant, but I'm pleased to do. Okay, so you get the double green vinyl inside of this, but the other thing you get is you get the 8-track album of demos and a heap of photos from the recording sessions. So this ended up for me being just another $20 odd. So CD for what it's worth. Haven't played a CD in a while, but this might actually be a good time to reevaluate a CD versus a new album. So I probably haven't got a CD of a new album ever. I meant to do it with The Cure, but I didn't follow through on that yet. The Mogwai album, I know a lot of people are showing this, and look, if you like shoegaze and post-rock, this is an album that you must get this year. Check out that artwork. How fantastic is that? Just amazing. Now, there is a key track on this, and this might be my favourite rock track so far of the year. It's called Fanzine Made of Flesh. absolutely spectacular if you like My Bloody Valentine and that type of ilk. This is a nice touch here. You get the album with some demos on it, and probably preferred the demo version of Vegan Hip Pain than what ended up on the album. Certainly a nice addition if you enjoy the album, so obviously I'd encourage everyone to have a listen to that on Spotify first. And here's the photo booklet, and it really just is an overview of the session, so certainly something to thumb through and contemplate, but does help put you in the room as well. So nice package from Mogwai, and reasonably priced as well, which is what you like to see. Okay, now some reissues are rolling in. Now these were technically released in 2024, and they've sort of probably only made Australia in early 2025, and meaning really February, which is when everything arrived. So this is The Great Unwashed, and this is called Clean Out of Our Minds. So that title references the band they were in prior to The Great Unwashed, which is The Clean, the legendary New Zealand band. This is fantastically pressed. It actually has a Stoughton jacket. The record's been remastered. I don't own the original of this one, but I certainly do own a heap of Flying Nun other originals, and sound quality was never their key point, so this is probably the best this has ever sounded. Little bit of New Zealand nationalism and showing their Kiwi off there. And the other archival release I got is this one from Can. So in this one, we have on the can in this format include Ermin Schmidt, Jackie Lebetz, Michael Caroli, Holger Suke, and Roscoe G. And it's live in Kiel. Their Live in Paris is one of my favourite things from last year. The Live in Aston album, the bit I've heard is really fantastic. So certainly a series I'm really enjoying. So recommended if you like Can. And then we do have a bit of a catch up from all the end of year list. This one's The New Sound by Geordie Greep. I read about this one last year, streamed it, loved it. By the time I tried to find it in Australia, it just wasn't to be found. Looks like new copies came in over the holiday period. So for my February manifests, this certainly makes the cut. This would have easily made my top 10 albums from last year. Check out that cover. It's the guy from Black Midi. Certainly prog punk. If you like Wire, it's like that, only a little bit more dense. And as my wanton is, it does come with some nice inner sleeves. There we go. Some nice pictures to see you through. Okay, thanks everyone. That's all the vinyl that manifested for me in February 2025. Talk soon.